So hello guys, welcome back, and today's video I will start Merchant of Venice Act 2 Scene 1 and Scene 2. Scene 1 and 2. So we completed Act 1 Scene 1. It consists of Act 1 completely. It consists of 3 scenes. Similarly we have Act 2. Act 2 consists of 9 scenes. Don't worry, it is too simple than Act 1. So I'm not saying that Act 1 is tough. Everything is simpler, we can easily handle it. So if you're new here, please subscribe the channel. Also, if you directly come to see this, I request you please watch the previous scenes. You must know previous scenes to understand this. Okay, let's start. Act 2 Scene 1. So in Act 2 1 Scene 2, at the end of Act 1 Scene 2, we saw that our foreigner, who is a foreigner, person who comes before a main person comes, or main master comes. A foreigner came and said that his master, Prince of Morocco, will soon arrive. So this prince arrived and she entered Portia's house. So the location is in a room in Portia's house in a place called Belmont. Flourish of cornets. What do I mean by flourish of cornets? We use trumpets, the musical instrument, yes. So like an occasion. This casket scene is for them is like an occasion, yeah? So they are playing the instruments, and at the same time we have Prince of Morocco and his train. Why he is referred as train? Because what is a train? So a main part followed by, yeah, like that. If I say a main master followed by his followers make up a train. That's why it is referring like that. So his Prince of Morocco and his train, Portia and her attendants, and Marisa is present. Morocco, mislike me not for my complexion, the shadow livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am neighbor and near bred. So this Morocco is saying, so mislike means dislike. Dislike me not, so don't dislike for my skin color or for my appearance. For whom? I am a neighbor. What is a neighbor? Why is a neighbor referring over here? We know equator. So this Morocco belongs near equator. So they live near the equator. What is the specialty of this equator? Sunlight directly receive on equator. So due to that, his appearance is somewhat like a black. I'm not saying black, like brownish. So they have special color. I know. I hope you guess what the color is. So due to this appearance, he is saying that he is a neighbor of this. He is a neighbor to this part and near bred. The shadowed livery of the burnished sun. That is the shadowed uniform of the burning sun, to whom his neighbor, that is, he lives near an equatorial region. Bring me the fairest creature northward born. So he's saying, I pray Portia, I I pray Portia to bring the Prince of Northward. What is the specialty of Northward? So it is like their color is somewhat like white. Yeah, because America, if you speak America or Europe, if you take Europe, they belong to northern hemisphere. So he is saying to bring those prince from north. Bring me the fairest creature northward born, where Phoebus fires cast those the icicles, and let us make incision for your love, to prove whose blood is reddest, his or mine. So he prays that, or he tells that, to bring the prince of north, where Phoebus, Phoebus, Phoebus is a Greek sun god, their sun god. So this Phoebus, you know that, yeah, his appearance and their appearance, it is like a long spikes of an eyes. That is what Ezekiel's means. For what? To prove whose blood is reddest. You know what does that mean? There is a belief that courage people have more redder blood. That is, a courageous person have more red blood. While a fool, I'm not saying a fool, you can say a coward. Their blood must be like a pale in color. That's why he said to bring the northern prince. I, thee lady, this aspect of mine hath failed valiant by my love. I swear the best regarded virgins of our clime have loved it too. I will not change the hue, except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen. So he's saying that he will not change his appearance because Portia is somewhat like I'm by many movies I saw, Merchant of Venice many movie, I saw this Porsche is white in color while this Morocco is somewhat black. So he said he will not change his appearance. He will be as it is. That look, his look, made some people fear. That is, he had held many war. So from that experience, he knew that by many people see them, they will get scared. That's his specialty. Okay. So that's why. And what Morocco only want is to, yeah, marry Portia. By to, what is it? Except to steal your thoughts, that is to win your affections, my gentle queen Portia. Portia, you see, in terms of choice, I am not solely led by an eye's direction or maiden's eye. Besides, lordship of my destiny passed me the right of voluntary choosing. But if my father had not scanded me and hedged by his whip to yield myself his wife, who wins me by that means, I told you, yourself renowned prince, then stood as fair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection. So Portia say, in case of choice, she doesn't look on their appearance. She doesn't choose suitor by appearance. He just looked at talent, like the talent and what they can. Like we discussed on Act 1 scene to like Napoleon. He don't want people like that. So he doesn't look appearance. She doesn't look sorry, he I said he. She doesn't look appearance. What she wants, she say if Portia's father had not restricted about the lottery of casket, Portia would definitely marry Prince of Morocco. That is what she is saying. But according to father's will, she have to follow what her father said. And like that, by that, if you win, you can win me. That is what Portia says. So Morocco says, even for that I thank you. Therefore I pray you lead me to the casket to try my fortune. So he say, okay, I'm glad to hear these sweet words from your mouth. So what Morocco next one? He say, okay, show me the way to casket. Let's go directly to that portion. So to try fortune is luck, whether he will win Portia or not. By the scimitar that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince that won 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman, I would outstare the sternest eye that look out bravely heard most daring on the earth. Pluck the young sucking cubs from the ship where ye mocked the lion when he rose for prey to win the lady. So here Morocco says a story about what by the scimitar. Scimitar is like a sword. This sword you can see in the image, or you can just Google yourself. So scimitar is like a sword. How did Morocco get this sword? By winning a battle with a Persian prince, Sultan Suleiman. So the 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman. I think it is the name of a war. He had defeated in the war and he got this sword, and he was from his appearance some people get even scared, and he won over the war. So he says he would defy the most daring heart on the earth, and Monaco say he will do anything for Portia, even anything. But what Morocco want is to win Portia, to win the heart of Portia. So leave me to the casket. After that, but alas, the while, if Hercules and Lycidas player dies, which is the better man, the greater throw may turn by fortune from the weaker hand, souls as it eyes beaten by his page. And so may I, blind fortune leading me, miss that which one unworthy may attain and die with gravy. So Hercules, we know, is a superhero, Greek superhero. Who is Lichas? It's a servant of Hercules. So when this Hercules and his servant Lichas play a dice, dice game, yes. So those who win, that is, those who find the better man by winning, he have more luck than the other. Okay, so what if so is Alcides beaten by his page? So, who is Alcides? Another name for Hercules. And his page means servant. It is like, yeah, Hercules beaten by his servant. What he would do, his life, if it happened so, his life would be full of sadness. He will end his life with sadness and die with grieving. That's Portia. You must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all or swear before you choose. If you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore, be advised. Portia said, Morocco, I advise you. Okay, you can go to the casket. There's a way to casket. Now, what happen if you choose the wrong casket or contrary casket? What will happen? You should not talk to me about marriage. Never talk to me about marriage, and no, and not to marry a woman, such a woman. Okay? So I want Morocco, nor will not come bring me unto my chance. So he said, no, I will not ever talk. Now bring me to my chance. Let me try my fortune or luck. Portia, fast forward to the temple after dinner. Your Hazar Shagime. Temple, not Hindu temple. So these churches, Portia, this refer temple as his churches for oath taking. First of all, they will go to the temple, and after that, during the dinner time, the decision shall be made. Portia, sorry, Morocco, to make me blessed or cursed among men. So it is such a game or gamble or a bet that makes it or makes a hard decision, or you can say the form of an irritation to the moon, or more cursed for this man. That's all. So we completed Merchant of Venice Act 2 Scene 1. Let us start Act 2 Scene 2. Okay, I hope this Act 2 Scene 1 is clear. I want to say to you that please pause the video. Please just read Act 2 Scene 1, then you can start Act 2 Scene 2, because to make more clear what happened. So let's start Act 2 Scene 2. Venice, the street outside Shylock's house. Enter Lawrence and Gobo. Lawrence and Gobo is Shylock's one of his servant. So this event happens just near the Shylock's house. And our Launcerer Gobo enter. Launcerer, certainly my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. This fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobo, good Launcerer Gobo, good Launcerer, oh good, what? Good Gobo, good Launcerer Gobo, use your legs, take this start, run away. So this is a comedy scene, because if I say, you will not feel the comedy because you have to see in real. So if you visit description box below, you can see a link. Please, I also gave you the timestamp for Act 2 Scene 2. That is, I don't know, because so if you check description box below, you can see timestamp. This minute, this second. Open the video and choose the times and choose the time according to it and watch it. It is funnier to watch. So he Lancelot is saying his conscience is permitting him to run from Master Shylock. Human master means Shylock. So his conscience, the Lancelot's conscience is permitting him to run away from Shylock, and his conscience is at his elbow. So his conscience is saying, Gobo, good Lancelot, Gobo, good Lancelot, or good Lancelot, oh, what you say, anything. So use your legs, straight away run. Okay, clear? Use your leg, hurry up and run away from this Shylock. My conscience say, no, take heed, honest Lancelot, take heed, honest Gobo, or as aforesaid, honest Lancelot Gobo, do not run, scorn running with my heels. So, when you were a kid, you watched Tom and Jerry. Yes, okay, I also used to watch 5 6 years ago. So, what happens? So this Tom, there is a when Tom want to beat uh, Jerry, what he do? So there is a red devil and a white devil. So this red devil and this white devil you call it as a conscience. So a red devil will do bad things. That is in Lancelot case he will run away. While white devil say don't run. Okay, same case. So red devil is forcing him to run. White devil say no, don't run. Good lord said, good lord said go go. Same case we previous said, lord said go go, good lord said go go, go good go go lord said anything force. That is why they use the word force. So don't run, that is what is white devil see or the conscience see. Well, the most courageous fiend beat me back via, says the fiend, away from, says the wind. For heavens, arouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. What do you mean by find, devil? So, the red devil says, via this road. What do you mean by this? Through this road. So, start running from here. But his white devil still permits him, don't run. And he say, for the heaven that awaken a brave mind. So he say, keep running. Okay. Well, my conscience hanging about my neck of my heart says me very much into my honest friend Lancelot, being a honest man's son, or rather a honest woman's son. Well, my conscience say Lancelot, but not. So his white devil catches him on his neck and says, my best friend or my honest friend Lancelot, don't run away because you are a son of a honest man or you are a son of a honest woman, mother or father. So the white devil is hanging upon neck and forcing him not to go again and again. Okay? And he say, but not means move not, don't move. But says the fiend, but not says my conscience. Red devil say move, white devil say don't move. Okay. But you counsel well, fiend, say I. You counsel well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who God bless the mark, is a kind of devil, and to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, seeing your reverence, is the devil himself. Certainly, the Jew is the very devil incarnation, and in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with Jew. So, okay, where am I? Okay, so Lancelot say conscience, and at the same time, it says you counsel well. That means you advise. So you are how your advice was. It was very well. Okay. So I cannot rule conscience now. Okay, because the white devil say God bless your mark. So please stay with this Shylock. Juma Master Shylock. Okay, but he's also saying at the same time that this devil, Shylock devil, is in human form, incarnate, that is in human form. But what Shylock's conscience is, he's saying that the Shylock's conscience is a kind of a hard conscience that he have. Okay, yeah. So he's also comparing Shylock at the same time. The friend gives me friendly counsel. I will run free and my heels are at your command. I will run. So at last he made the decision that he will run away from Shylock. And at the same time enter old Gobo with a basket. Who is old Gobo? Lancelot's father. So when Lancelot was about to run, he saw old Gobo enter with a basket. Gobo, master young man, you, I pray you, which is the way to master you? Launcelot aside, O heaven, this is my true begotten father, who being more than sand blind, high gravel blind, knows me not. I will try confusion with him. Go. Master young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to Massachusetts. So, Old Gobbo entered and asked Launcelot Gobbo that where is the way to Shylock's house. Okay, he just want to know where Shylock house. Why? This old Gobbo is a sand blind. Rather, so what if by sand blind, half blind? But according to Launcelot Gobbo, old Gobbo is almost full blind. He is eyes and then full blind. Now you can see aside. A aside. What is aside? So aside means when I say something to you, you can hear, but the person around me cannot hear what I am saying. Got the point? In most of the cartoon serials and many series, web series, you watch videos, right? Or TV programs, right? So in aside means what I say, you can hear, you audience can hear, but the people around me cannot hear. So here what Lancelot say, audience can hear what Lancelot say, but old Gogo cannot hear. Okay, got it? So this Lancelot in aside says that this is my true father who gave me birth. Now he is almost like a half blind, rather he is full blind. Now let me play some trick with him because he don't know who his son is. Now old Gobo came in investigation to find his son. That's why. Okay, and he again say, "Please, young gentleman, say where is the way to Shylock's home? He's a blind man, so he cannot recognize his own son." Lancelot, turn up on your right hand at the next turning, but at your next turning of all, on left, Mary, at the very next turning, turn off no hand but turn down indirectly to the Jew's house. Gobo, by God, Saunties, it will be hard way to hit. Can you tell me whether one Lancelot? Then dwell with him or not? Lancelot, talk you of young Master Lancelot? Aside, mark me now. Now will I raise you what is. Talk you of young Master Lancelot. Did you got anything? Okay, I will tell. So Launcelot say, okay, he said the direction to Shylock's house. What did he say? So first of all, you have to turn to right, and again you will see another turning. On that turning, you can turn to left, and at the very next turning, you don't have to turn anywhere. You will reach indirectly to Shylock's house. Did you got the way? No, I also really got the way. Don't worry, because he's trying confusions. That is, he's playing trick with old Coco. That is why we cannot. So you see, Mary. What is Mary? The God Mary, Christian God Mary, Mary Joseph, Jesus Christ. So this Mary, in presence of Mary. Like we also say, "Oh my God," like that. In presence of Mary, they say. That is why you see Mary, Mary in between. And Gobo replies that, "My God's favor, I say, it will be very hard way if you say the way like this." Now I want to ask you a question. Do you know one Lancelot Gobo, which that means which stays with this Shylock? Got it? Okay. Then Lancel says, "You want to know about the young Lancel Gobo?" Okay. And after the aside, we discuss what aside is. So in aside, Gobo says, he says, "Okay, look at me." So he's saying, "Look at me. Now I will make you cry by fooling you. I will make you cry by fooling you. Audience can hear, but old Gobo cannot hear." Okay. So you want to know about young Master Lancelot? Look at me, old man. I will make you cry. That is, tears will come out of your eyes. Let's continue. Gobo, "No, master, sir, but a poor man's son. His father, though I say it is a honest, exceeding poor man, and God be thanked, well to live." Launcelot, "Well, let his father be what a will. We talk of young master Launcelot." Gobo, "Your worship's friend, and Launcelot, sir." Launcelot, "But I pray you, a old man, go, I beseech you, talk you of young master Launcelot. What is this? So go will say, he is not young master. It is not a master. But actually, Launcelot Gobo is a poor man's son. Okay? Here his father is also a poor man and he have a poor son, but not a master. Launcelot say, I don't want to know about his father or anything. You want to know just about young Master Launcelot? Then Gobo replied in respectful way. Gobo replied, okay, your worship's friend. And Launcelot said, okay. Then Launcelot said, I pray you therefore. Ergo means therefore. Okay, I will say the truth about Launcelot Gobo. Okay, now just pause the video, just read lines 1 to 60 of this Act 2, Scene 2. Then only we can continue. Okay, Gobo of Launcelot, increase your mastership. Launcelot, ergo Master Launcelot, talk not of Master Launcelot, father, for the young gentleman according to fates and destinies, and such old sayings, the sister's tree and such branches of learning is indeed decreased, or as you would say in plain terms, gone to heaven. So this Gobo, Launcelot Gobo say, okay, if it please you want to say about us mastership. Then Launcelot replies, therefore, Master Launcelot, now let us talk truth about your Launcelot. Actually, according to the faith and the destinies, three sisters. So you can say three sisters. Actually, this three sisters, there was a story. There were three sisters called Clotho, Lachesis, and Atrotrops. Due to their fates and destinies and full of their, they do not use this plain speech and like that. Now coming back, so he's saying, Lawson Bob is saying that his son is a dead. He pretends to be dead, but he says to Gobo that he is a dead man. He's no longer with us, according to that three sisters' faith and destinies. Gobo, Mary, God forbid the boy was the very staff of my age, my very prop. Nonsense aside, do I look like a cudgel or a hovel post, a staff or a prop? Do you know me, father? Bobo, alack the day, I know you not, young gentleman, but I pray you, tell me, is my boy, God rest his soul, alive or dead? Launcelot, do you not know me, father? Gobo, alack, sir, I am sandbag, I know not. So, Gogo say, Mary, we discuss. So why God have done this big thing to me? So actually, I think he's crying because it's the wrong information about death of his son. So okay, so he was the one who supported me at my old age, and at that time it was a comedy. It's a comedy scene. So nonsense things. Launcelot says, audience can hear but Gobo cannot hear. Say, do I look like a support to him? Do I am the one who support when he falls or not? You know, like a person who cannot walk use walker. Do he look like a walker or anything? Cudgel, a piece of rod like thing which is used for support. It's that's what cudgel or what you say prop. Sorry, hovel post. A short thick stick for a support. Okay, Gobo says, and after that, Gobo say, oh, he groans and say he don't know who this young gentleman is, because actually he's a sand-blind person. Got the point? Launcelot, nay, indeed, if you had your eyes, you might fade of knowing me. It is a wise father that knows his own child. Where, old man, I will tell you your news of your son. Give me your blessing. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot be hid long. A man's son may, but in the end, truth will come out. So this Lancet Gopo says, even if you can see, you will not recognize your own son. Why? Because a wise father, it's a proverb. A father can only recognize his son. If you were not blind, also you will not still recognize your own son, because it's a wise father who knows his own son. Okay. After he kneels, what do you mean by kneels? That is, you what do you say? You sit like this. You sit like this and pray. That is called as kneels. Okay. So this Lonsel Gobo. So this Lonsel Gobo kneels and say, please give me a blessing. because a truth will come out a day. Murder cannot be hidden law. If you kill a person, it will come to a light in one day. It cannot be held for years and years and years. You will one day anyone will become criminal like that. Not anyone, the person who killed. I'm just saying an example. Gobo, pray you, sir, stand up. I'm sure you are not Launcelet, my boy. Launcelet, pray you. Let's no more fooling about it. But give me your blessing. I'm Launcelet, your boy that was your son, that is your child, that shall be Gobo. I cannot think you are my son. So this Launcelet say, yeah, stand up, my boy. I don't. Are you Launcelet, my boy? I hope it isn't. After the Launcelet say, I pray you, let's stop fooling up each other. I will say to the truth. Give me your blessing first. I am Launcelot, your own son, Launcelot. Your son that was, your son now is, and your son that shall be. He used three forms of tenses in grammar. Okay? And Gobusi, he cannot believe that it is actually his own son who is standing over here. Okay? Gobo. Sorry, Lancelot. I know you not what shall I think of that, but I am Lancelot, the Jewish man. I am very sure Marjorie, my wife, is my mother. Gobo, her name is Marjorie indeed. I'll be sworn if thou be Lancelot. Thou art mine own flesh and blood. Low worship might he be, what a beard he has thou got. Though he has got more hair on thy chin than Dobbin, my Phil horse has holds as on its tail. So Lancelot says that, yes, I am your own son. I think your wife Marjorie is my mother. Then Gopa said, yeah, yeah, her name is Marjorie. Indeed, it is true. Now he observed the changes that he have on face. He have a beard, here bear. So he looks at the bear and say that you are more bear, you are completely changed, you are more changed than the Dobbin. Dobbin is the name of the horse. Okay, so this Dobbin's tail, you have more hair than what Dobbin's tail have. Launcelet. It should seem that the Dobbin still grow backward. I'm sure he had more hair on his tail than I have of my face when I last saw him. Gobo, Lord, how art thou changed? How does thou and thy master agree? I have brought him a present. How agree you by now? So Lancelot says that, yeah, his tail grow backward, meaning his tail grows, Dobbin, that is horse tail grow shorter. And I think his tail would grow more than last I have saw him. And Gogo say, yeah, how you have changed? You have changed very well. And now I think your master will be also agree by now. So I also bring a present to Shylock. You know, Lancel want to run away and old Gogo enter with a present for Shylock. Let's see what he say. Launcelot. Well, but for mine own part, as I have set up my rest to run away, so I will not rest till I have run some ground. My master, a very Jew, give him a present, give him a halter, I am famished in his service. You may tell every finger I have with my ribs, father. I am glad you have come. Give me your present to one master Bezanio, who indeed give rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I will run as far as God has any ground. O rare fortune, here comes the man to him, father, for I am Jew. If I serve the Jew any long. You understand everything? So, when he brought up present, what was the response of Nonsense? So Nonsense said, okay, you bring present. You give Shylock a present. No, he disagree and say, give him give him a rope to hang. Means he want the death of a Shylock. Nonsense say, give him a rope so that he can hang. Suicide. Not suicide. He want to kill him by giving a rope. So don't give the present. And he say, give this present to Bassanio who have served him and who will also serve him. Okay. oh my god. Then he say, we say, oh my god. They say, oh rare fortune. We say, OMG, oh my god. They say, oh rare fortune. This is the Bassanio is coming, the master which I have just talked about. He is coming over there because I'm a Jew. And he also at the same time says to old Gobo to give him that present. Okay, end of Bassanio with Leonardo and other servants. Okay, okay. Now just pause the video. Just read from line 61 to 120. Okay, read it. I will take a break for 10 seconds. Let's do it. I'm not tired because I say more and more. I have like so Bassanio and with his Leonardo. Who is Leonardo? His friend and a servant also. Bassanio's friend and Bassanio's servant. Bassanio, Leonardo, and other servant enter. Bassanio, you may do so, but let it be so hasted that your supper be ready at the farthest by 5 of the clock. See this at the delivered. Put the deliveries to be making and desire to come anon to my lord citizen. So Bassanio gives some task for his servants to do. What did he say? So okay, you can do this, but I say prepare this supper and get ready before 5 o'clock or to latest of the 5 o'clock. And Bassanio give his servant a letter and say, okay, so get this letter delivered. Okay, and also say Greciano to meet me. After saying this, a servant exited. Launcelot to him, Father, Gobo, God bless your worship. Bassanio, your mercy would is thou with me? Gobo, here's my son, sir, a poor boy. Launcelot, not a poor boy, sir, but the rich Jews man that would, sir, as my father shall specify. Gobo, he had the great infection, sir, as one would say to serve. Launcelot, indeed the short and the long is, I serve the Jew and have a desire, as my father shall specify. Bobo, his master, and he, saving your worship's reverence and sacred to cousins. What did he say? Launcelot. Okay, let me just act like Launcelot and Bobo. So, okay, say him about the present. Old Gobo, he says. After that, Gobo say, Gobo meets Bassanio say, okay, God bless your worship, Bassanio. Thank you for saying this. Now, what do you want for me? What do you want? What do you want me to do? Nonsense say, sorry, Gobo say, look at my son, a poor boy. Then Lonsel Gobo say, not a poor boy, but a rich Jew, Shylock's servant. So now my father want to tell something. He will tell. So his father says, yeah, he had a great desire, sir. He would serve. Okay, just go description box below. Again, I put a timestamps. Please just click on the video and show the timestamp because I am dubbing. If I dubbing, it is not clear. That is why you just go and visit it. That will be more better. I will explain. You know. So after that, okay. So he had a great desire, sir. He want to serve someone. Then launch and say, yeah, yeah. The long and short, it means all needs to be said. Okay, it's for referring as a common purpose. Okay, then Gobo say, yeah, his master, that is his Shylock, and he saving the worship's reverence are just like a fellow eaters, and they sometimes even become friends. That is, most of the time they are broke, and sometimes only they will become friend. Launcelot. To be brief, the very truth is that the Jew have done me wrong, doth cause me as my father being I hope, and all man shall fructify unto you. Gobo, I have here a dish of doors that I would bestow upon your worship, and my suit is. So Launcelot say, if I talk in brief, Shylock have done something very wrong and I just want to fruitify. What do you mean by fruitify? Fruitify means to bear a fruit. Actually, launcher uses the wrong word. He want to mention notify. Instead of notify, his tongue said fruitify. It is his mistake. And Gobo say, okay, here I have a the basket contain a dish of doughs. So okay, this is a dish of a doughs. Okay, God bless your worship. And my suit is, that is my purpose is Launcelot. In very brief, this suit is embellishment to myself, as your worship shall know, by this honest old man. And though I say, though old man, yet poor man, my father, Bassanio, once speak for you both, what would you? Launcelot, service, sir, Gobo. That is very defect of the manners. So Launcelot says, yeah, impertinent. What do you mean by impertinent? He meant pertinent, pertinent, but his tongue accidentally spelled the wrong word in sense of relevant. My tongue was pronouncing it wrong. Sorry for that. So he says, according to his sense of relevant to himself, his worship by this honest old man, that is my poor man, that is my father, will say, Bassanio is tired of hearing because Launcelot is saying, go boy say. Launcelot is saying, go boy say. Launcelot is saying, go boy say. He's tired of hearing. He says, Tom, any one of you speak. So say what you want. Then Launcelot say, I just want to serve you, sir. That is, I want to work for you, sir. I want to be your servant, sir. Go boy. That is the matter I just want to talk about. Bassanio, I know thee well, thou hast obtained by thy suit. Shylock thy master spoke with me this day, and hath preferred thee. If it is preferment to leave a rich Jew's service to become the follower of so poor a gentleman. Launcelot, the old proverb is very well parted between my master and Shylock and you, sir. You have the grace of the gods, sir, and he hath enough. Bassanio, thou speakest well. Go farther with thy son. Take leave of thy old master, and inquire my lodging of. To his servants, give him a livery more guarded than his fellows. So Bassanio say, okay, I know it very well. Me and a Shylock had just a conversation in the morning about the money. We what is remember Act One Scene Three? Bassanio is talking about Act One Scene Three too. Not Act One Scene Three. That he had a meeting with Shylock on morning. Okay, so it is very difficult task to transfer from Shylock to Bassanio. Why? Because Bassanio is a poor man. Shylock, a rich Jew, transfer from a rich man to a poor man. It's very complicated. It's very difficult. Lawrence will say there is an old proverb which suits this very well. You have the grace of the god Bassanio, Lawrence, let's say. And also at the same time, he also says that Shylock just enough live with that. Bassanio get amazed by what he said and say, okay, you and your father's son go. And he ordered his servant to give him a uniform, that is to get braided, and it must be done. So I just say pause the video and read from lines 121 to 160. Father, and I cannot give a service. No, I have here a tongue in my head. Well, looking at his hand, even a man in Italy have a fairer table, which doth offer to swear upon a book. I shall have a good fortune. Go to. Here is a simple line of life. Here is a small trifle of wives. Alas, 15 wives is nothing. 11 widow and 9 maids is simple coming in for one man. And then to escape drowning thrice and to be in peril of my life with the edge of a feather bed. Here is a simple escapes. Well, if fortune be a woman, she is a good wrench for the scare. Father, come, I will take my leave of this Jew in the twinkling of my eye. Exwell Launcelot and old Gobo. Launcelot Gobo say, okay, come father, let's go inside. I cannot give the Shylock service. No, I don't want to think about it. Then he looks at his hands and say, if any man, whole Italy, where Italy is, does offer to look upon a book, he will look up the book and he will test his fortune. How? Okay, let me show my hands. So you can see one uncut line. So this implies that I will have one wife. So it's an old belief. Okay, it's an old belief. That is why. You can also check your hand. Okay, so according to Lancelot's fortune, what happened? Lancelot say 15, so 15 unbroken lines. So for him, 15 wife to one man is nothing. 11 widows and 9 virgins. It is simple for one man. No, what I believe, I don't know what the kind of belief is this. So, he also specifies that here is a small insignificant dealing with a marriage by looking this uncut line to decide how many wife you shall have. And in the modest income that I to escape, he says it's the peril of where it is. Peril of my life, the edge of a feather bed. Here is a simple skepsis. The danger which falls over the sides of a feather. Okay? Escape means escapism. SCAPS escape means ESCAPS. Our escape, the escape is same. Only difference in spelling. Okay? He said, well, if fortune be women, she is good wench for this gears. That is, during Elizabethan age, women are said to be incandescent, similar to the faith of destinies or fortunes. After that, he said, come, my father, let me just serve you by going in. Let's go. I don't want to talk anything about Shylock. Then Lance Gober, old Gober exits. Bassanio, I pray thee, good Leonardo, think on this. These things being brought and orderly bestowed, written in haste, for I do feast tonight by best esteemed acquaintance. I thee go. Leonardo, my best endeavors shall be done here. So after that, we saw Bassanio. He said, when you have bought and packed those things about that, the preparation, coming back to the topic. So everything must be done. He says this thing to Leonardo, okay, to about this best is these acquaintances. Okay. After the Leonardo says, my best endeavors shall be done. Here his all efforts to do he will undertake. That is, he will do maximum he can. He will be sure in his work. He will performly do it well. Enter Greciano. So his servant went to one of his Bassanio's servant went to call him who Greciano. Cristiano, where is your master? Leonardo, yonder so he works. So at his entry, he saw Leonardo. He said, where is Bassanio? Leonardo says, ah, look, here he walks. Cristiano, Sino Antonio, Bassanio, Cristiano, they both called out each other their names. Bassanio, Cristiano, that's all. Cristiano, I have a suit to you, Bassanio. You have obtained it. Cristiano, you must do not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont, Bassanio. Why? Then you must but hear thee, Cristiano, thou art too wild, too rude, and the bold of voice, past they become happily enough, and in such eyes as our appear not false, but where thou art not know why there they show something too liberal. Pray thee, take pain to allay with some cold drops of modesty thy skipping spirit, lest thou through thy vile behavior I be misconstructed in the place I go to and lose my hopes. Understand? Yes. So, Greciano said, I have something to tell you. Bassanio said, yeah, you have obtained it. Greciano said he also want to come to Belmont with Bassanio. Then Bassanio did not feel too much and he said, Greciano, I want to tell you something. When you come to Belmont, it is good you come. But sometimes you are speaking goes too loud. You speak too loud, and you sometimes become rude. Okay, you sometimes become too loud and rude. That is happiness of the bellman may disappear. Okay, it is not his fault, but his way is like that. He speaks too loud and become rude and sometimes even violent. You know, he say if your temper, you have to moderate your temper to tune down with your drop of decency. You know, he say he may be misunderstood, but he lose hopes by this. Gracianously, Signor Basanio, hear me. If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, I swear, but now and then wear prayer books in my pocket, look demurely, nay more, while grace insane, hood mine eyes. Thus with my hat and sigh and say amen, use all the observance of civility like one well studied in a sad ostent to please his grandam, never trust me more. So Greciano say, okay, I will maintain my habit, I will be disciplined, I will maintain my habit, I will talk with a respect. Why Bassanio say he took? Because his Bassanio's value in Belmont will go because you want to marry Portia. You want to marry Portia according to caskets. So his his respect will go. People of Belmont will think wrong about Bassanio. That's why he said you will become rude. That's why he will put up his manner. He will be in sober habit. He will be good habit. He's in serious manner. He's in decent clothes. But only he will talk with respect, and he's aware that he will carry prayer books in his pockets, and before praying, before eating, there is a prayer habit he will pray as he say, and he will say amen. It's a part of their Christianity, their belief. And you know, they will wear hat and will cover his face. You know, they will cover his face, wear a hat and close his eye. It's a form of like a seriousness towards what happens over there, to please, as his grandam means grandmother. But then if you have proved me wrong, I will not. If you don't want to trust me, if you're like that, go on. Bassanio, well, we shall see you buried. Christian, nay, but I bar tonight. You shall not grudge me by what we do tonight, Bassanio. No, that were pity. I would entreat you rather to put on your boldest suit of mirth, for we have friends that purpose meritment. But fare you well, I have some business. So Bazan say, okay, we will see how you behave in front of people of Bellman. Krishna say, okay, but I have one thing to tell Bazanio. Now I cannot speak with you. I have to go to one place immediately. It's an urgent. I have my friends. I have a catch up with my friends. He's a Christian. It's a form of a catch up with his friends. Now, okay, Bazanio, okay. He also agrees what you want to say. He would be pity anyway, and he would request to put on the boldest party dress or amusing dress. This must be of an amusing dress. Okay? But he said, but farewell, but goodbye. Now I have some business to do, so bye bye. Cristiano, and I must to Lorenzo and the rest. But we will visit you at supper time, etc. So okay, now I must meet Lorenzo and friends, Lorenzo and other people. So I must meet them. Okay, now I will catch you at supper time. Over. So it's a long video. I know it's 40-50 minutes. It's I think 45-50 minutes. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is all about Merchant of Venice Act 2, Scene 1 and Scene 2. You know, it requires a lot of hard work. Please like the video. Okay, please, it requires a lot of hard work. I don't know. Please like the video. Share with your friends. Subscribe the channel. I will meet you next one. Okay. Bye-bye.